Well, hey everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. We'll try to get through a market update for you guys. I got two kids in the room, but we'll try to do a market update for you on Arcane Rising. Lots of stuff to talk about on Arcane Rising, lots of things to go through. Let's take a look at the market before we get into this. If you want access to all this stuff as a collection tracker, you can head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Get yourself access to that collection tracker. It's a great way to see if you have a full set or whatever and you want a rough estimation of your value based on these videos. You can see that in the collection tracker as well. And then you get a 5% off discount code over at minmaxgamesfab.com for patrons. If you're not a patron, you can use the link in my descriptions to save $5 off your order of $50 or more. All right, let's take a look at Arcane Rising and see what is going on in the market this week. Sealed box prices, I'm going to put this at $1,990. Here is how I came up with that number. Well, first and foremost, we had a sale on eBay on the 7th for $2,100 and a sale on the 8th for $2,329. But on TCG Player right now, you can pick up a box for $1,991. So that's where I'm getting that $1,990 price point from. I know on Facebook you could also try to find yourself a deal there if you feel like trying to shop through there. And then unlimited boxes are up to $95 this week, which is up a considerable amount, up 8% from 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So let's talk about the Eye of Ophidia. Obviously, the last sale that was on eBay that we had was at $4,500. I got a lot of criticism for even including that in these prices. Keep in mind, this is supposed to be not a telling you what the value of cards is. This video is supposed to track the value of cards as they sell on the open market over the course of history. Nobody was complaining when the cards were selling for super high. Now that the cards are selling low, people are complaining. But that being said, I did disclose exactly where that price was from. I shared the video. Share the photos. If you are buying an Eye of Ophidia, you need to be doing your own homework. This is to give you a rough estimate of where the market is and track the sold listings over time. So that being said, I recently middleman traded an Eye of Ophidia 9.0 about 2 weeks ago. The last market update we did was 3 weeks ago. And then the last market update, I said I was in the middle of middleman trading or selling two Eye of Ophidias. One of those transactions did go through for BGS 9 Eye of Ophidia, sold for $8,000. That being said, since then we have seen some more come onto the market. There's currently a BGS 9 on Facebook sitting at 7,000. This had it was listed I think at 9 and it got dropped to 8 and it got dropped to 7. So currently there is one on the market for 7,000 for a BGS 9. That being said, I'm going to call a raw one 6,500 then, simply based on a little bit less than a 9. And you can do whatever you want with that data. Sorry, here's the card on Facebook. You can do whatever you want with that data and tell yourself whatever Cold Foil Eye is worth for the purposes of this estimated value or tracker video. We're going to go with 6,500. The unlimited Eye is sitting at $284. I wish I could tell you that a Cold Foil Eye was worth $20,000. I would certainly do that. As an owner of a Cold Foil Eye, I would certainly do that, but I cannot do that without evidence of sold listings. So that's what we're going with. First edition. Let's see if we can beat that EV. Sorry, my kid dropped her binky. Let's see if we can beat that EV. Not a great day today for cold foils. Not a great couple weeks for cold foil legendaries. Tekla Foundry Heart being the opposite of that. That one is up 29% to $1,434, the most recent sold listing. There was a skull cap though that sold today. I think it was today. Let me pop it up. There was a skull cap that sold today for $1,500, and then a skull cap that sold a few days ago on the 10th for $1,625. Now, Louis, why are you using the $1,500 one? Well, I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to use the $1,625 one. This $1,500 one, there is a little bit of whitening on the top. If you see that on the bottom, the back top bottom of the card, a little bit of whitening there. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not in perfect condition. I mean, there's your typical stuff going on too. But you know, I'm not going to argue with people. I'll go with the one that sold beforehand. Also, I've heard people complaining that this was on a armrest of a chair. I don't know. This seems like a cold foil raw cold foil skull cap to me. But I'll give you all the benefit of the doubt. And then there's a Storm Striders that sold for $9.42, and we don't have any other sold listings that I could use for that. So here's your Storm Striders, but in the same seller for $9.42. I have heard of people complaining about these listings. I don't know what to tell you. I track sold listings, and these are sold listings of raw cards that are not graded. If you want to go buy a 9.5 or one that would grade as a 9.5, maybe it would be more expensive. I don't know. But this raw one sold for $947. What I do is I report the public sales, and we track the public sales of these cards. There's nothing here that looks terrible. It's hard to tell that condition on the left. I don't know if that's like a shadow. But, it doesn't look like it's beat up. It's not disclosed that it's beat up. You can do with it as you will. Again, this is just to kind of gain the expected value of a box and to track that over time. That is the goal of these videos. All right, so that puts your average there at $1,233. Yeah. All right, first edition cold foil commons, sitting, they're down about 1%. Some of them are up. Bullseye Bracers up to 264. Null Rune Boots up to 240. The rest of them are kind of trending down. Bracers of Belief down to 200. Kind of Dichotomy down to 228. Lots of these entering the market. Again, we're kind of right before these print run announcements happen. We're kind of on average at that price point way before it skyrocketed up. And we're kind of just at a typical price point now before that stuff. First edition Majestics, no major sales. I guess a major sale would have been the Art of War rainbow foil that sold for $750, and a Command and Conquer that sold for $1,000 on the rainbow foil. So one of those is up, the other one is down. But no surprise, I don't think there for price points. I think that was a pretty reasonable price point for those, and kind of similar to what we've seen in the past. And then the regular ones are up 7% to an average of $44.72. Good to see another high value sale at $1,000 for Command and Conquer. That's good. And then the Art of War at $750. Actually, the Art of War at $750 makes that $1,000 Command and Conquer look pretty dang good to me if you ask my question. Anyway, those other ones are up an average of 7%. As we roll through the super rares, no huge changes, not a bunch of stuff moving. Chains of Eminence, Rainbow Foil moving up, a couple of the other non-foils moving up. Rainbow Foil rares are up an average of $2.80. They're up 2.8%. Keep in mind, this is just TCG low that I track for the foil rares. I do not track the actual sold prices of those. First edition regular rares, again, it is just TCG low, are sitting at an average of $1. Rainbow Foil commons are up 14% to an average of $7.30. This is TCG low as well. So the TCG low Fate Foreseen yellow is at $90. And that's obviously way up from wherever it was last time, but we're just tracking TCG low on these. Regular commons, not really much there to talk about. So let's do the expected value for you then. Your true EV that does not include the regular commons is sitting at $1,155. It doesn't look like the true EV, it doesn't look like it's calculating the commons. This is the one I usually talk about and I usually care about. This is not including regular commons. On average, your boxes, if you open up 40 boxes and you do hit an Eye of Ophidia, which I am valuing at $6,500, on average, if with those 40 boxes, you'll get $1,155. If you take out the Eye of Ophidia and you're just going to do a case, so you're not averaging in the price of the Eye of Ophidia, you're sitting at $993 for a case. If you just open up a one single box and you don't include the legendaries or the regular commons or the Fable, you're sitting at an average of $684.69, which is actually up 4%. So pretty cool to see that kind of stuff. Obviously, the legendaries being down is pulling that middle number down. All right, let's take a look at Unlimited. Unlimited's pumping a little bit. The legendaries are not pumping, but the rest of the products pumping pretty good. Grasp the Arknight up a little bit. Storm Striders up a little bit. Storm Striders was a $45 card for quite a while. I actually personally picked up a couple, about 10 copies at $45 way back when those were there, and it's been cool to see them moving on TCG Player now for $95 as people are building with the new wizard in mind. Teklo Foundry Heart is up 4.4% to $95, and then that Skullbone Cross Wrap is down to $46, which is down 8%. And then, of course, the Skull Cap, which just saw a reprint, is down 14% to $150. Looking at the Majestics, though, Majestics are way, 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 way up, everyone. Absolutely crazy. Way, 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 way up. A lot of people building decks again for, this is a player's market. A lot of people building decks for their ProQuest tournaments. The rainbow foil ones are included in that, I guess. Maybe that's not the player's side of the market, or maybe when the non-foil ones move up to the price of the foil ones, then the foil ones just kind of naturally have to move up. Anyway, Command & Conquer Rainbow Foil up to 170, non-foil up to 109. You've got the average Rainbow Foil price sitting at around $38, $39. Your average Rainbow Foil, non-Rainbow Foil price sitting at $24. Mordred Tide way up $20. I mean, there's lots of movement here. You can take a snapshot and talk about it if you want. Almost every card moving up considerably other than Command & Conquer. Super rares, the non-foil ones of those are actually down 0.5%. Sorry, the rainbow foil ones are actually down 0.5%, but the non-foil are up 29% or 22%, which is an average of $1 for those super rares now. You're seeing tons and tons of these cards picked up to build decks, to do whatever you need to it. There's not even, like, you can't even really specify one single thing. They're kind of all moving up. You've got the rainbow foil rares are up 15%. That is TCG low. The regular rares are up 22%. The rainbow foil commons are actually down 7%. And as we get into the EV, then if you're going to open up 40 boxes on average, including the Eye of Ophidia, your boxes will get you about $109 per box, which is really, really, really good. If you don't include the Fable, you're just going to open up a case. Your boxes will get you an average of $102. And then if you just include nothing but the, you don't include the legendaries, you don't include the Fable, you're sitting at an average of $75 still, which is still really good. Look at how much of this weight is in the regular Majestics. When those regular Majestics are pumping, it really pumps the value of these boxes. Even now at this point, I used to say you needed Command & Conquer to really, really do well. You still need Command & Conquer to make money, but because the other ones are moving up considerably, you can actually still make your money back even without hitting a Command & Conquer. So that's great, and those singles are absolutely flying. I wish I had boxes to open like I had from WTR, but I do not. So that being said, that's your market update for you this week. Do your own stuff. This is just supposed to give you a snapshot of the sold listings of this kind of since the last time we did an Arcane Rising video, and share with you where the market is. I hope that it is helpful for you. I hope that it is helpful for the community to have a historical tracker of this stuff that is publicly available for everybody to see is it worth it to open up a box based on the last sold listings of the boxes. If you want access to this stuff as a collection tracker, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Get yourself access to that collection tracker for all this stuff, as well as the MinMax Games FAB.com discount code there. Hope you guys have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we'll see you again next video.